All right, YouTube's rolling.
Oh, I better unlock it right.
Yes.
Why don't you do that every single time? I guess it's better than just posting on my crap live all the time.
I better make sure I'm
You're gonna share it.
not
Share
surfing
that.
anything.
You should serve something.
Screen is served up here.
Ew, I got the earwax ones.
Oh,
I can't
you're the
believe you
winner
don't
today.
clean these off
You're
after
the winner today.
I'm cleaning them. I should have brought like hand sanitizer. But isn't it cool that none of us are ever sick?
I have hand sanitizer. Do you want some?
Okay, let me just erase it and then I'll hand sanitize it. Like everybody I know who's sick. And so it's
I
funny.
never get sick,
I don't either.
ever.
I don't get shots either.
That's because you medicate.
Can't believe you have a Hydro Flask.
Why?
They're so fucking expensive.
No, this is like,
Gosh.
well, I had a $5 off coupon and I got it from Dick's for like 15.
They're like $60.
No, 15.
My
You can
daughter's
get one
like
at-
$60.
can you get
Okay,
one
well
at
maybe she
Costco
has
now?
a giant one. Yeah, actually, you can even get them at TJ Maxx. I saw
Yeah.
them the other day. But they last like a lifetime.
You're pouring that in there? Oh wow.
It's gross. Gosh, I don't want people's earwax on my ears. Ew. Like, I mean, if I saw the people that used this over the past week, I would probably.
Oh shit! Did you make it public yet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go. Thank you. I love this stuff.
Me too.
Wait.
I have one. Do you have another one of these?
I don't have it with me. That's okay. I like it so much, but I'll order one when you place your next order. So Big D's doing well with his woodwork.
Uh-huh.
Big D's wood.
That
Really?
would be
Got
such
some
a
wood.
great name for his
I
site.
know. I told him to
You
do
ready?
that.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Big D's wood. He's got some hardwood.
I am cooking stuff. This is broken.
It's time for the Real Estate Power Hour, Arizona's longest running real estate talk show on Fox Sports 910. Now, here are your hosts of the Real Estate Power Hour,
I don't even
Jason
understand.
LaFleche with Results
This is like broken.
I haven't fixed that yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Estate Power Hour, live interactive show right here on your station, Fox Sports 910. I'm Jason LaFleche with Results Realty, joined by my co-host, that's right, Josh Nistal with AmeriFirst Financial. What's happening, Josh? You looking dapper over there, bud?
Trying, man. Trying to keep up with you, buddy.
You don't even need to try it. Yeah, right. I'm just in my hand. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, man. Excited. Good week. You know, we were talking off air. Great events coming up. Super Bowl, Waste Management Open. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about tourism later. I didn't realize how big of a part of our economy that is.
Huge part of our economy.
I had no idea. But yeah, doing great. Can't complain. Kids, everything's going good, man.
It's awesome.
How about you?
Awesome. Yeah, doing great. I mean, just enjoying the weather. I mean, mid-70s. How can you beat that?
You really can't.
This is
I
the
mean-
perfect time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people flock here in the winter. Makes
That's true.
sense.
That's true. Hey, we have a lot of topics today.
We do.
Excited to dive into this.
I am.
So we have, well, first of all, sitting to my right here, of course, Sandy Betancourt and Alicia Rodriguez, both with Results Realty. And Results Realty is your full-service real estate brokerage right here in the Valley of the Sun. We handle all of your buying and selling needs. All you have to do is give us a call, and we do answer our phones, 602-369-4663. Sandy, what's the weather look like the rest of the week? Is it fairly consistent this week?
Yes, it is. We are going to stick in the 70s, 75, 75,
Oh, yeah.
73. So basically
See?
in the 70s, which are my
So nice.
favorite. The best weather in the whole world is in the 70s.
That's what I'm
So-
talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's winter, right?
It is.
We had a long,
Somebody
long
didn't
weekend,
tell
too.
Arizona that.
Hey, some of our topics today, you guys, we're going to cover. First of all, Josh has a fantastic market update. Also, 5 tips before you buy or sell your home in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know much about that, but I'm gonna try to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. Overpaying for your home? Question mark. We're going to hit that. Also, old man appraisers.
There you go.
That's going to be an interesting topic. HOAs. There's an AZ bill out there where HOAs can foreclose on your home. I mean, really? Is that really the case,
Yeah.
Sandy?
It's been a topic for a while, but it's gotten a little more strict recently, like as of this month.
We're going to talk about that. Also, legalized weed and what it could mean for California real estate.
And therefore our state.
I said weed.
You did.
8 ways to up your chances to buy your first home. But first, let's start with a market update and Josh Nastall with AmeriFirst Financial.
Yes, sir. Hey, I just wanted to chat a little bit about rates here. So we had some good stuff. On Thursday, we moved the lowest the first time this week, so that was good. There was some information potentially bad out of China that they were no longer going to buy U.S. Treasuries. The reason rates increased is because a report came out that was an error, so that's good news. Nothing really towards the end of the week that changed them. So overall, good week on rates. Rates are still looking great. 2017 is, they're doing the year in review. It's looking great that the GDP is going to be 3% higher than they actually thought. Kind of talk about jobs. December, the job report was a little, under where they thought, but unemployment's still super, super low. I know we're going to talk a little bit about legalizing pot a little bit later, but just a quick stat about that. In 2004, so not that long ago, right? Only 35% of Democrats, 20% of Republicans, and 40% of independents supported legalizing marijuana, right?
Yeah, what's it today?
Now, 72% of Democrats, 51% of Republicans, and 67% of independents support.
Oh,
Significant increase.
it is.
Huge increase, right? Last thing I'll talk about is, in kind of interesting, 2017, there were 1.2 million homes started building. And guess what we were short?
What?
Still 400,000 short
Really?
than we needed. So,
Wow.
demand, is still up, and our supply is still low. So,
Yeah.
but overall good stuff, and like we talked about, the end of 17, 18 is supposed to be a banner year. So,
Sure is. I'm going to hit that later in the show as well. So, a lot of people don't know that we have a Facebook Live page going on right now.
yeah.
So make sure to log on to Facebook, go to Results Realty, the Facebook page there, or you can look up Sandy as well.
Or Jason.
Or Jason, it's on my page too. Make sure you check it out. So we love our Facebook Live listeners. You can also send us questions, and we can get to those. As a matter of fact, later in the show, Alicia, you have a listener question
I do.
that you're going to hit as well. Also, go to our website at azresultsrealty.com, and if you've missed any past shows, we YouTube video our shows, and then we upload them to the website there. So just click the videos link, and you can go back to any of the archive shows and get caught up on AZ Real Estate and Finance News.
We'll have to find out if they're on the 910 website. Probably are.
I'm sure they probably are, yeah. But for ease of use, we got them right on our
your website.
on our website. azresultsrealty.com. Check that out. Hey, let's go to our next topic. So, Sandy, HOAs. There's an AZ bill that is allowing HOAs to foreclose on your home. Is that really the case?
Well, it's always been the case, but it's something none of us ever knew about.
Right.
It existed. We only learned about this at the end of last year, where people were getting their homes foreclosed on because they were $1,200 past due, and they were trying to figure out ways to stop that because they paid their home payments on time. Their HOA lapsed. Some people bought their houses during the housing boom, and they just couldn't afford to maintain everything, including their high payment, so their HOA slipped. And it was kind of sad to see a bunch of people on the news saying, that we just can't afford to pay it and we don't know what to do. And some lady tried to pay it, and it turned out that it was going towards her fees and not even her HOA bill, so they still wanted to foreclose on her. Well, and then we learned that there was record high foreclosures due to HOAs since 2015. So, as of now, I just saw this article that a new Arizona bill would make it easier for HOAs to take your home even sooner. So a senator in Arizona decided to push this bill. It is now 6 months. If you don't pay your HOA for 6 months, they can now take your home and
What did it
foreclose
used to
on
be?
it. A year or
year.
$1,200, whatever
that's
came
crazy.
first. Which,
$100 is really
yeah.
low anyway.
Now the HOA can foreclose on it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the HOA
For
can.
after 6 months.
Right. So now it's 6 months, but some HOAs have, you're due every 6 months.
Right.
And
So you miss one payment.
right, it's
So-
it's kind of I'm glad that
That's
like I hear about crazy HOA laws across the country, like the one in California where they're now charging people $200
To
if you
park.
if you don't leave your garage open.
Oh.
They
See, now
want-
that's asinine. Why?
Yeah.
So you have to leave your garage door open.
From 8 a.m. to 5
Why?
p.m. because they apparently found somebody living in a garage. So
What?
now they say they're
Yeah.
making all
that's
their
really
homeowners.
dangerous though.
It is.
That
And if
seems
it's
more
your
dangerous
garage
than
and you want to
closing
turn it
Right.
into a house,
It seems dangerous to leave
but-
it open. I mean,
yeah.
What
So
part of
they're
California
saying,
was that?
actually have that right here
I
somewhere.
wonder what their
Was it
statistics
Foster
of
City?
bikes
It
being
was-
stolen are now.
Must have been Foster City.
It's called,
They wouldn't do that.
right, it's called the Auburn Greens community. I don't know what city that's in, but
Sounds like Southern maybe.
yeah, it's probably southern. But yeah, so they're basically saying leave your garage door open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's
and if
crazy.
it's not, you will be charged $200.
Wow.
That's their fine. And it's insane. Nobody in the community, like actually a couple people are doing it. The people, you know, that have clean garages that don't have anything in there, which wouldn't be me. And
Me,
then
me neither.
yeah, and then the other people are saying, it's my stuff in my garage is worth well over $200. I
Yeah.
don't want anybody stealing it. Charge me right now because I'm not doing it. And
Gosh,
it's
I
not
just-
reasonable.
I would just be up in arms over it. I'd be like, I ain't paying you nothing. But
Right.
then,
But then $1,200 later.
exactly, right?
Your house is gone.
But it's like that's where I put my garage is for my pricier things.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
And
and there's a door on
that's
it
odd.
for a reason.
Right.
Even here,
That's true.
yeah, exactly. But even here in Arizona, where we live in, like, you know, communities in Gilbert that are considered the second safest city in America, you leave your garage door open, things are going to end
Yeah,
up
your
missing.
bike is gone.
Yeah, and so it's not going over well. The HOA is not responding to comments. That's just the rule. It makes no sense. So, hearing that and then wondering about our HOA bill, I really feel like we have it a little bit better than some other states. And we don't know anybody personally that lost their home due to an HOA loss. So hopefully our community HOA people kind of care about their people a little bit more than foreclosing them on 6 months. And that's what I like to hope is going to
Yeah, I wonder
happen.
why
I don't
this
want to hear that my
even started,
neighbors are
though.
losing their home because they couldn't pay HOA
Yeah.
fee.
On that note, owning a home is a good thing, actually.
Despite having to
You
have
can
your
buy one
personal
outside of
life
an
stolen.
HOA.
Yeah, you can.
Jeez. So, Alicia, I'm going to look your way. 8 ways to up your chances to buy your first home, and there are a lot of first-time home buyers out
There
there.
are, or there should be.
True.
Yeah. So number 1, work with a good realtor. We like that one.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yay! So yeah, everyone has a real estate agent that they know. Some people don't do it full time. Find somebody you resonate with. Ask a lot of questions. You should, right?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Find out what they
100%.
can
Someone
do
you
for
mesh
you
with.
and find out what they offer. Let's see. You got to get approved. So that's Josh,
There you
Yep.
go.
right?
Yep.
You can't. We've said it a whole bunch of times. You can't go out and start looking at places without knowing where you can start looking.
Yeah.
You got to get in your price range.
Hey, good example is my cousin Keith. So we found a house last night for him and his wife,
Mhm.
and they initially didn't think. So they've been renting,
Right.
and I said, instead of getting into another rental, why don't you see if you can buy? And he's like, okay, let's check it out. So he calls you, Josh, and lo and behold, boom, he's approved to buy a home. So we're gonna find him a home.
That's most of my buyers lately have
Right.
called me for a rental, and you know, when I tell them, you know, rental prices have gotten so high,
Right.
there's just no way you're gonna want to stay, or we're gonna be where you are now, or where you want to be.
Yep.
Or their landlords are selling their home because the market's so well, and so I immediately turn them over to Josh, and this is like the 5th buyer in the
Oh,
past few months that is buying a home that he asked me for a rental, and now they're buying a home and paying less on their mortgage than they would have on rent,
Yeah.
and nothing out of, well, very little out of
Right.
pocket.
We talked last week that 1-bedroom rental down in Phoenix, $1,500 a
Mhm.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I-
crazy.
I have the rates here to go over later.
Your our V8 buyer is their mortgage is $400 under that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is nuts for a house,
right.
not a
To
1-bedroom.
own a
Alright.
home. Mhm.
We talk about this all the time, and this is in most cases for a first-time home buyer type home,
Mm-hmm.
is that the same home, if you're renting it, would cost you more than if you owned it.
Yeah.
And also, to get into a rental would cost you a heck of a lot more as far as the down, you know,
Plus, it
the
doesn't
deposits
cost
and everything.
anything
To get into a
find
home,
out.
yeah.
And the
To get
headache.
into a home, you can get it for $0 down.
Yeah.
Check it out. Give us a call at 602-369-4663 at Results Realty. The second segment is coming up. Stay tuned. That's cool.
That's a good segment.
That was good.